Hello, I'm Melanie Dunning and I'm 19 years old and I came out bisexual a couple years ago.
Hi there, my name is Kieran, I'm 21 years old and I came out as gay.
Hi, I'm Rowan, I'm 18 years old and I came out as agender.
My coming out story began long ago when I was in my first primary school. We were outside with my mates, we were playing Truth or Dare, and I got dared to kiss a girl.
I'd gone to a street party, like a barbecue, and there was this girl that I met there. So I told her, and when my mum came up to me a few hours later to tell me that we were about to go home, she decides to announce to my mother that she loves me because I'm her new gay best friend.
I came up with a PowerPoint to my mum because I thought that would be easiest. I kind of just put it on and left the room and made her watch it.
As life went on, I actually thought back about the past and what I used to do, and it was like, well, what does it mean to actually be in a relationship with the same sex?
For me, it was the biggest coming out moment was changing my name on Facebook. I had to make a big status explaining why I did it, and past that point, it was official in some way. It's still a bit unusual for someone to be like, yeah, I'm agender, I'm non-binary, but it's that was what I needed, really. I needed those labels.
From all those days on, I've always been known as bisexual. I've always liked both sexes. It's not that I was just happy about being bisexual because it was me.
It was mainly when I was trying to figure out how to announce my sexuality to people when I did turn to the internet, mainly YouTube. There was one in particular, YouTuber that I watched from Canada that really stood out to me.
Tom Daly and his coming out video, actually I found really moving and really quite gorgeous and actually very heartening.
The real Alex Bertie, who's about my age, and he's not gone through hormones and stuff yet, so that's something that I can relate to.
YouTube has become such a popular platform for people to express their sexuality because it's a microphone.
There's so many ways you can talk about experiences. A way that I did was in a video where I basically ran through everything I thought about myself and other people and perceptions and transitions and how online communities are involved in that.
I have a friend that is a trans, and she made a few videos on what she's going through that process.
Seeing how all of the coming out stories that I saw on YouTube helped me, I thought maybe I could actually use those points that those people made and make it into my own coming out story.
I really think YouTube, more than anything, serves as an outlet for people to voice their opinion, their beliefs, their perspective, who they are. And that's a beautiful thing that we didn't have before YouTube.
The flip side then is actually, having watched some of the videos where actually there's that element of actually using YouTube to come out. And that I'm kind of not sure about. That makes me a bit uncomfortable.
I think people were scared of doing it in real life, which is why I used a PowerPoint and letter and arguments. But if you want to be straightforward and to the point, but still get the personal effect, like you telling someone, that talking to a camera is the only way that you can do that, really.
But at the same time, it's kind of like dumping your girlfriend by text. Some things I think need to be done on a personal level.
It all depends on who you are. If you want the whole world to know and get it out there done and quick, then go ahead, go on YouTube, tell people. But if you're one of them people that want to do it slowly, tell your friends first.
You can take it at your own pace, you can do whatever you want, because at the end of the day, it is your battle.
Role models are really important for everyone. I mean, when you see someone that you aspire to, that can just change the way you think about stuff. But I never really had that before YouTube.
The mainstream role models are the ones that you see in the media all the time, like you might see them in magazines, on TV and film. I would say the alternative role models are the ones you have to go out and actively look for.
More public figures, traditional mainstream public figures. We hear about it in the news, and it doesn't always come directly from them. So I feel like YouTube's more of a personal experience.
I don't know if it was necessarily me being a little bit blind, but I couldn't see an overwhelming number of mainstream role models that were LGBT.
There's no real big public figures that I can relate to. And I know for some people, YouTube is the way they find that.
I hope that the new generation of people coming out would use the YouTube role models really from the perspective of looking at how easy coming out can potentially be, and actually maybe even more importantly, how important it is to come out.
The YouTube role models, they're actually going through the same thing as we are.
YouTubers have this interface where they can talk to the people that have subscribed to them through the comment section, whereas with mainstream role models I think it's a lot more difficult, mainly because it's kind of a one-way system.
What I would hope that they don't necessarily take from it is kind of the melodrama and the sort of, oh wow, look, they came out on YouTube and they got millions of viewers, so maybe if I come out on YouTube I'll get millions of viewers.
When you're watching that and you see this YouTuber as your friend, and you see them come out, or you started following them or watching them because they came out, I think it, empowers you to do the same.
There is potentially a lack of the same level of understanding in the older generation than there is in this current generation and younger generations coming up, purely just because of the society that we grew up in.
I think people that have lived quite a big portion of their life during a time where it necessarily wasn't okay, they've probably found it more difficult to switch how they feel about it.
What anyone needs to understand LGBT people is education and information, and that's not something that the older generation had growing up, and it's not something that they can necessarily get access to now.
Generally, I think this newer generation seems to have potentially a better understanding and a better acceptance.
Technology is evolving, so we're able to express ourselves more, we're able to be free.
Like, we have all the information, education possible, so there's just no reason why anyone should be ignorant.
YouTubers can most definitely educate people on the coming out process. In fact, there is an abundance of coming out guides, help videos out there from YouTubers.
It definitely makes it so much easier for people to understand, and I think that education is so necessary in terms of not just helping people to come to terms with who they are, but to help the people around that person know what the deal is.
These days, if someone needs help coming out, you can explain it to them and help as much as you can, and just say, if you need any additional information, go to YouTube, because so many people have shared their experience in coming out.
A future where you don't have to announce the fact that you are gay.
I'm able to be myself, be around others that are happy and free.
When there's relatable narratives in the media and stories that can help young LGBT folk and older, cis-het people, that's the most important thing. Different ways of showing who we are, and I guess YouTube can be a way to solve that problem.